And you and G.
Yes, we are.
That's the vibe I got from like somebody. Maybe I should clarify too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we've been together for years.
Okay, they were saying they made it sound like you went together.
Yeah, we do.
But, you know, well, we were a separate bedroom couple, so you could still come into our house and be like, I'm not.
They're just roommates.
Exactly.
No, it's nice to have your own space.
Yeah. We're both on one bedroom, so. Oh, are you an only child? Yeah. Yeah, so. Yes.
I have a friend who's not Jewish, and I would not want to. Not because he's not Jewish, but I would not want to share her
Yeah.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Need my space.
Yes. It's very comfortable. It's very.
Yeah, I used to be married, and when we were like breaking up, I did like move out to another bedroom, and I was just like, you know what? Maybe this relationship can work. Now that I have my own bed, maybe that was not the issue. But for a minute there, I was like, maybe the issue was I just needed my own.
Yeah.
We're on page 332. Good Shabbos, friend. Shabbat Shalom. My name is Jace. I'm joined up here with Rabbi Ariel and Riv and Sophie and Kestrel. And it's such a joy to just come into the room together. I'm curious if anybody is here perhaps for the first time. Hello, welcome. I'm curious. Hello, welcome. Hello, welcome. I'm curious curious if anybody is here perhaps for the first time in a long time or a little bit.
Yes.
Welcome back. It's so nice to see you. Also, welcome to our friends on Zoom. Hello, my friends. It's so sweet to land here in the room tonight. And I've really been noticing how much my weeks seem to expand or contract. Suddenly they go really fast. Suddenly they go really slowly. Sometimes they get a little turned over on themselves as we move through this moment. And Shabbat just feels like an anchor every week, saying, I'm here. You don't have to do anything. There's no amount of emails that you can send or not send that will prevent me from coming. It doesn't matter how many notifications are on your signal. Shabbat is just here. It's just here. We get to welcome her in and be welcomed in by her. And so tonight, just want to invite you to let go anything you need to leave outside of the sanctuary doors. It'll be there later. And for now, to just get to land here together. And I think we'll light some candles. Oh, okay. What page is it on?
On page 2.
It's on page 2. I'm curious, could we invite any kiddos in the room? Perhaps 6th grade Prophet Fair kids and younger and older up to light candles together? Yeah? Thank you. Thank you for helping. Very good. Come on up. Hello. Okay, come on up around this way. Okay, maybe I could have somebody help hold the siddur so everybody can see. Yeah? And then let's see. Okay. Do you want to help me light with this? Okay, great. We'll do it together. Just like that. Gorgeous. Oh, almost. Shabbat just needs a little extra time this week. There she goes. Are you seeing this? Okay. Okay, if you can all just really send some good wishes to these candles, yeah? We're going to help them out together. Okay, we're going to hold it for just a little longer. Okay, believe in it. Baruch Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishlanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adik ner, Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos.
Thank you. Toda Rabah. Thank you so much. Good Shabbos. Thank you for your help. That candle needed a little extra help tonight.
Let's continue together on page 12. Lechu neranena l'Adonai nariya lesoyishenu nekadma
turn to page 13.
2 lines from the bottom of the first paragraph.
We'll turn to page 15. where we are.
It's actually 16.
Yes, we are.
We're 5 lines down from the top of the page. And we sing the words Yiram Hayam, like let the sea, the voices of the sea, and everything inside the sea thunder, like lift up the voice. And I guess I want to ask, has anyone ever, can you hear in your ears the sound of the ocean? I know it's uncomfortable to ask this, like we're in the Midwest. But I'm actually talking about the ocean, not the lake. That sound of the crash and the way it's vapor, right? We can feel it and hear it. And I wonder, has anyone ever sung near the ocean? What happens to your voice?
You can't hear it.
You can't hear it. Because, well, I mean, you're going to finish my thought for me, right?
It's loud.
It's loud. She's loud, the ocean. And that feeling of actually we become part of, it's not that the ocean's voice is there and our voice is here, it's that we actually become part of that call, that voice. So the umlo'o, everything that fills up the sea actually gets to be also our voice, which is also vapor, right? And so I want to invite us, and that's what Shabbat does to us. It actually puts us, human beings, who I think for as long as there have been human beings, we like to imagine ourselves a little bit like it's our world. But Shabbat comes to say, oh no, human beings. Oh no, human beings. We are part of this earth. We are part of this collective voice. We are a part of what fills this earth, but only a part. And how good it is to join our voices with this chorus of this planet calling out for peace, for quiet, for rest, for comfort. And we get to open our voices. So I want to invite us as we sing Yiram Hayam Umlo'o to imagine like we're close to the water, so we get to sing a little bit louder than we might otherwise, right? We get to invite our full voice out. And maybe we get to feel swaddled by that sound, that breath of the ocean. Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Tevel veyosh vevai, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo. Tevel veyosh vevai, Yiram Hayam Umelo. Neharot imcha uchaf yanai yanai, achararim yiraneinu. Neharot imcha uchaf yanai yanai, achararim yiraneinu. Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Tevel veyosh vevai, Yiram Hayam Umelo. Neharot yimcha uchaf yanai yanai, achararim yiraneinu. Neharot imcha uchaf yanai yanai, yachanarim yiraneinu. Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Yiram Hayam Umelo, Tevel veyosh vevai, Yiram Hayam Umelo. Neharot imcha uchaf yanai yanai, yachanarim yiraneinu. Neharot נהרות ימחאו כף יחד הרים ירננו 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 ירם הים ומלוא ירם הים ומלוא תבל ויושביה ירם הים ומלוא.
Invite you to join us on your blue sheets.
Yalelai, yalelai, ay, 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 ay,
We'll turn to page 20 for Lecha Dodi and want to invite you to just really sing out the welcome tonight.
Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Shamo v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'hu shemo echad l'shemo tiferet ve'eli tila. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nechaki mikol haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzeim mitoch ההפכה רב לשבת בעמק הבכה והוא יחמול עלייך חמלה. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Hinari me'afaku milichi bigdei tifartecha mi'al yad ben Yishai be'et halach mikol ha'el nafshi ge'ala. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri ki ba'orech kumi ori uri uri shir daberi vod Adonai alaiך nigla. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la, ay la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la, yalla la la la. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha Dodi likra kala pene Shabbat mekabela. We'll turn together to page 22. Mizmor shir, mizmor shir, mizmor shir, mizmor shir, mizmor shir, mizmor shir, shir leyom hashabbat, shir leyom hashabbat, shir leyom hashabbat, shir leyom hashabbat. Mizmor shir, mizmor shir, mizmor shir, mizmor shir, mizmor shir, mizmor shir, shir leyom hashabbat, shir leyom hashabbat, shir leyom hashabbat, shir leyom hashabbat. Let's rise and root on page 28 as we call each other to prayer. You may be seated, page 30. As we welcome the evening, as we welcome a cycle of life in the natural world that has sun and it also has darkness, I want to just invite you to take a moment to look out the windows. It's dark right now, but it's getting dark so much later than it has been. And to just feel into the way that this darkness is a little bit of a different quality darkness than this time 1 week ago, than that time 1 week ago. And in the light and in the dark, there's always gradients and shades. And just want to invite us to lean in to the gradient that is right now, and to know next week it'll be just a little bit different. And if you can, just want to invite you as we chant these words in a moment to see if you can just extend your sense of awareness just out into that darkness tonight, just a little bit,
into the coolness of the air, the little bit of dampness, into the way that this night is just a little different than last night, which will be just a little bit different than the night to follow. We're on page 30.
הוא מעביר יום ומביא לילה, הוא מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב הרבים.
We'll take a moment to reach out into a love that just keeps going. It's rushing under our feet every moment, around us, above us, in every space. And just want to invite you to see if you can reach out to it even just a little bit, to the idea that it's always there, no matter what you've done or not done. It's just a rushing current that's here to hold each of us. On page 32.
כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, והם נגע יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. We rise, we root on page 34. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. You may be seated, page 36. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם נאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. We'll continue on page 40. Yalai, yalai, la la la, ah la 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 la, yalai, 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 la la la, ah la 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 la, ah la 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 la, yalai, la la la, mi chamocha, Come יפד אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. On page 42, we pray for peace, we pray for protection, and we know, we don't just imagine, we know that this fabric of peace and protection must, if it will be anywhere, it must be everywhere. And so it is from the depth of conviction, knowing that this is a prayer we say not on Shabbat only, but every night. We recommit ourselves and we experience ourselves as being woven through with the sukkah of peace. Sukkat Shlomecha. And we allow that movement, that flow through us, through each of us, to extend, extend, extend. Ufros aleinu Sukkat, Sukkat, Shalomecha, Ufros aleinu Sukkat, Sukkat, Shalomecha. Baruch atah Adonai haporeh sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'al Yerushalayim. Shalom. 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 Yehi shalom. 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 Yehi shalom. We'll turn together to page 44 and rise and root. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et haShabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם לברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת take time now for personal prayer. We'll begin with a kavanah on page 46, and then we'll have time in quiet from pages 48 all the way to page 62, and we'll come back together in song. You're invited to be seated when you've completed your personal prayer.
As we sing prayers for peace, we also sing prayers for healing. We know how tightly those two prayers are wound up together. And we'll take a moment to call to mind the names of folks we're sending healing to, maybe folks whose names we know, people we love who are close to, may also be peoples whose names we don't know, whose healing we're praying for adamantly and deeply. I want to invite you to take a deep breath in just a moment with me, and on our out breath, release those names into the room. Invite you to say them out loud. Invite you to feel their names in your breath as we bring them into the room, and then we'll sing together number 2 on your blue sheets. So we'll take one breath in and invite you to share your names.
We sing you healing. We sing you care. We sing you justice. We sing you prayer. We sing you healing. We sing you care. We sing you justice. We sing you justice. We sing you prayer. El Narifana, El Narifana, oh, El Narifana, El Narifana, oh, El Narifana, El Narifana, oh, El Narifana, El Narifana.
It is my joy to be able to invite a guest darshan to the Bima tonight. We are gifted to have many, many amazing teachers of Torah in this community, and we're inside of a real string of amazing teachers of Torah, guest teachers coming over these last weeks, and it is my honor to invite Liz Loeb to teach Torah tonight. I'm going to say the 3 things about you, Liz, and then I'm going to invite you to come up. Okay, so Liz is one of the most brilliant people I have ever met and has a specific gift for synthesizing collective liberation with incredibly lofty political theory and philosophy. And like more often than not, making it digestible to those of us, to the hoi polloi, for which I'm grateful. But I feel like Liz also has invited me, and I've watched her invite the Twin Cities and the state of Minnesota to imagine so much more than we thought was possible, to elevate our dreams. And I am so grateful to be able to invite Liz to teach Torah. The 3rd thing I want to say is Liz is a really luminous neighbor and parent. Okay, so in addition to her like fierce and wicked intellect, also such a big and brilliant heart. So please, Liz Loeb, come teach us some Torah.
I wrote it down. Ha ha. Ha ha. Hello. Hello. Shabbat Shalom. Good Shabbos. Oh, this mic is so live. I love it. Okay. Hello, people in this room. Hello, Zoom. Hello, gorgeous ones. For folks who use a visual description, oh, first of all, my name is Liz Loeb. I use she and her pronouns. I live on Dakota land. And for folks who use a visual description, I am a short, round white woman dressed in black with curly hair and a propensity to break into interpretive dance. I am so honored and so grateful to be here with all of you. Really. Tonight we read, I'm gonna just, oh yes, this is good. Okay, hello. Tonight we read Parsha Ki Tisa, the story of the golden calf. How many times have I been in the streets at a protest and chanted, "When we fight, we win"? I bet lots of you here tonight know how the chant goes. So let's try it. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. It feels good. All that certainty, all that power. It offers the relief of a clear binary of before and after, of past and future, of winning and losing, and we know which side we're on. And friends, winning is our golden calf. Bear with me. And I know we have so many reasons to want to win. Thank you for being willing to fight. Thank you for believing that we can win. Thank you. And please don't let go of that. All of that yearning, commitment, determination, all of our joy, we need all of it. I am here tonight to affirm every molecule of that yes that you feel in your bones and to offer that winning might not be the way to move forward towards a world made from that yes. In the Exodus story, our ancestors are waiting at the foot of Mount Sinai. They have left Egypt, crossed the waters, and journeyed through the desert. They are no longer enslaved, and they do not yet quite know what it might mean to be free. Moses has gone up the mountain to speak with Adonai, and the people wait. The future has yet to arrive, the past has been swallowed by the sea, and the generation to come has not yet been born. We are too tired to keep going, and we want to be home now, not later, not when Moses returns, now. We know that feeling. We know what it's like to want the violence to end, for the abductions to stop, for ICE to leave and never come back, not later when some prophet decides to return, but now through our own actions and through our own sovereignty. So our ancestors at the foot of the mountain took off their earrings, asked the fire to make them molten, and fashioned a golden calf to worship. I wonder how it might have felt in that moment, watching our ornaments alchemize into what might be a god. What a radical action in its way. Casting gold into the fire as a collective prayer of creation, announcing that we need not wait for some unknowable presence on the mountain to send us commandments, that the Exodus was over and we had everything we need right here, right now. We had won. We could stay nestled by this mountain with our dancing and our calf and build the world anew. I have felt that here in these past couple of weeks on Dakota land in Minneapolis. I want ICE to be gone forever. I want to be able to say, we did it, we won, it's over. Look, Kristi Noem was fired. The administration backed down. This is a good thing. Bruce Springsteen wrote a song about us. Surely, there is some sort of ending or victory here. But the systems that allowed Operation, hi Lyra, The systems that allowed Operation Metro Surge have not ended. Over 900, 600, who knows, federal agents remain on our streets and our neighbors are still missing and caged and murdered. ICE will go elsewhere. The abductions and surveillance will continue, and I know that you all know that, and I know that you are still working and organizing and raising money and turning community into a promise and into a practice to hold us for the rest of our days, and thank you. Had our ancestors remained at the foot of Sinai, happy with their calf, they never would have left the desert, never would have made covenant, never would have lived into the moral code of our tradition. As one of my favorite mentors, Beth Zemsky, says, movements move. They are not meant to become objects, even golden ones. If the golden calf is what saves you, then the golden calf in an exiled desert is all you will ever have, and you will never know the sweetness of the trees. You will never journey towards home. So when we claim winning, I think what we claim is domination. We take movement and turn it into an object to admire, something that can be had, something that turns life into a thing. We absolve ourselves of the ways that we built and sustained, the conditions that make ICE possible, no matter how hard we fight back, and we shut the beautiful and glorious and world-expanding ways that we made community into a closet that we call the past, and we shut the door. Just as ICE came from slave patrols and the boarding schools that stole Native children from their families, so too does this current moment demand that we resist separating into some easy cleaving of before and after. When we tell ourselves it's over, we leave our neighbors behind. My hope for us is that instead of trying to win, we commit ourselves to the tenderness of the possibilities that we cannot fully know, and to the ongoing and constant and uncertain work of creation and recreation. I completely believe that we can dream and build a future without ICE, without prisons, without war, without occupation. And I believe that that future will be made real and whole, maybe in our lifetimes and maybe not in our lifetimes, but yes, in the life of this world, and yes, in the lives of our children and descendants. We are already doing exactly what's needed to call that future into being, and we just have to keep doing it. We are meant to love each other, and we already know how. And that good feeling that comes when we chant in the streets, that powerful oomph of when we fight, we win, we need that energy. We need the fuel and the effervescence, the feeling of being part of something so much bigger than ourselves or belonging to something. Can we hold that feeling without needing to win, ever? A both and a neither nor all at once. Can we keep going without a story that tells us the past has passed, or that we won't have to wait or wonder or journey anymore? I might not believe in winning, but I do believe in transformation. Instead of foreclosing the future into a conclusion, or demanding that it hurry up, or casting a graven image when waiting feels too scary, can we take steady action towards the future as an unwritten possibility? Can we welcome it as Moses waiting for tablets and not knowing what would happen, and still yearning ourselves towards the generations that will come, towards our descendants in the promised land, towards abolition, not as an ending, but as the beginning of a world we build together, intertwined and interdependent and full of music that we have not yet heard. Today, Monday, but today, this Shabbat, is the first yahrzeit of my father's death. Thanks. And I can remember sitting in shul as a child, holding the fringe of his tallit. It's so physical, that sense of being next to your father and the tallit around us and just holding on. So this is my wish and my prayer. May our Talit offer us a posture for these liminal days. May we wrap one another in its gentleness. Hey, sweetie. May we hold the threads that bind us through the years and to one another. May we burst forth towards joy even without victory. May we practice commitment even without certainty, solidarity without assurances. May our impatience find alchemy with our resolve. May we bring our neighbors home. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Yasher koach. So Liz, I think, just offered us Birkat Kohanim in so many ways. So we're going to use the liturgy that's on our blue sheet. We're not going to have Zoom blessings tonight because we have a prophet fair, and I want to make sure we have as much time and energy for the prophet fair as possible. So just want to soak in those blessings from our incredible teacher. So I'm going to invite us to please snuggle each other a little closer, snuggle ourselves perhaps, as we bless each other. Hamalach hagoel oti, Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et hanearim, vayikarev bahem shemi, v'shem avotai, Avraham v'Yitzchak, v'yigdul harov, v'yidgul harov b'kerev haaretz. Yisimchem Elohim kesara, kerivka, kerachel uchelea, ke'Efraim v'chimenashe. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Yalalai, 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 ay, yalalai, 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 lo. If we can just hold this image in our minds of each of us extending a blessing, like a very specific blessing, like a thought bubble above each of our heads. So we can't see them. If you're in the chat, you actually can see them. But let's just imagine each of us has a blessing for each other, like a thought bubble over our heads. Let's look around for a second. How cute we are with our blessing bubbles. Oh, so we can just receive those blessings for each other, absorbing what we need. The friends on Zoom are feeling very righteous that they can write it. They're like, we don't need thought bubbles. But here we are all together, blessing each other. We're going to turn together to page 284 as we begin to conclude our service. seated, we turn now to page 294, Kadisha Tom, and we take time before we say the names of our community, before we recite Kaddish, to sing Oseh Shalom, a practice that we began after October 7th, a practice that we carried with us all of these many long years because there was never truly a ceasefire. There have always been people being killed in Gaza, in the West Bank, and now, when we were together last Friday, there was not a war in Iran and in the entire region. There were not millions of people who have been displaced from their home. There were not over 1,000 people who have already been killed. And so we continue this song as a manifestation of our refusal to let our religion, our energy, be contorted and usurped into this horrible war. And we sing in solidarity and in attention, rigorous attention, and care for those who have died and those who are now displaced. Oseh Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, imru, amen. Are you able to be the runner? Okay, so we will take time now to share the stories about people that we're remembering in this time. I'll read our community's list. If I come to the end of this list and I have not shared the name of your loved one, please just raise your hand and Sophie will come to you with a microphone. You're invited, in the spirit of getting to hear about prophets, you're invited to keep your stories about your loved one to a sentence. An interpretive sentence, it can be a run-on. No one is going to cut you off. So we're in Shloshim. We're in the first 30 days since the death of Philip Bush, father of Janet Bush and father-in-law of Renee Tripani.
Philip was my father-in-law for 32 years. He was a super guy. And we kept our landline because they knew the number by heart, and that's what they would always call. And it just seems wrong that it's not ringing now with him on the other end.
Patrick Cody Walker, brother of Shula Walker. We observe the yahrzeits of Lorraine Armour, grandmother of Emmy Higgs Matzner. Margaret Arlene Baker, mother of Lynn Ellis. Jake Bernstein, great-grandfather of Shep Harris. Marilyn Beeger, grandmother of Caden. Shirley Broad, grandmother of Micah Land. Joseph Bromberg, father of Amy Funk. Anna Cohn, sister of Jim. Sarah Fishman, mother of Andrea Rubenstein. Estelle Fish, mother of Ben. Rose Glassman, grandmother of Sarah. Thelma Greenberg, mother of Steve, and Neil Greenberg, brother of Steve. Ruth Hammer, mother of Rana. Esther Horowitz, mother of Judith Brooke. Howard Levine, father of Sandra. Lawrence Lockman, father of Ray.
My dad died 2 days before my 40th birthday. So today I turn as old as he was when I was born. So it's like circles. He came up to about maybe my chin by the time he died, but was very intimidating most of the time, somehow. But when he really got laughing, he couldn't see, he was crying, and he would have sneeze attacks. So yeah, that was my dad.
Lawrence Harvey Loeb, father of Liz.
I know. My dad was a curmudgeon and a left-wing conspiracy theorist, and he loved my kid, and he was an optimist. And I know he would be so proud of and amazed by Minneapolis. He would find this just so joyful, even in the violence and the terror. He would be so proud of us.
Ellen Manning, mother of Marty Rodolfo. Harry Mednick, grandfather of Stu Mednick. Sidney Miner, father of Michael Miner.
My dad was a rocket scientist and really bright man. But what I wanted to say today is I found out this summer that my father actually left me a gift that I did not know, and that is that I am a Canadian citizen. I have dual citizenship. And I wish I had known this in 1971 because it would have made life a whole lot easier.
And also Jocelyn Miner, also your mom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of appropriate that my parents have actually died on the same day, 8 years apart, because they did everything together. My mom had Alzheimer's at the end of her life, but when she was living in a different world than we were, she was living in a very happy world and was a very happy person. And so I'm hoping that if I have inherited that I also inherited that world.
Evelyn Minkoff, aunt of Miriam Weinstein. Eleanor Niren, great aunt of Lisa Brownstein. Isaac Nemiroff, father of Rabbi Kathy Nemiroff. Aaron Saul Charles Newberg, father of Elaine Frankowski. Charlotte Norden, mother of Jim.
My mother lived her life on the principle that her reason for being here on earth was to make the world a better place. She had 4 boys and passed that on to all of us, and all 4 of us have led that kind of a life.
Jean Nudell, grandmother of Jeremy Kalin. Guadalupe Reyes, grandmother of Sophia Wood. Theodore Scherer, father of Amy Honigs. Alan Spieler, brother of Barbara Greenhall. Norma Spieler, mother of Barbara Greenhall. Sue Thies, family friend of Allison Campbell.
I've been thinking about what to say about Sue, and the best word I have to describe her was alive. She was just such a lively person, but she lived with the best of intentions, and she was one of the most wonderful people I've ever known.
Brandy Tracy, sister of Shay Berkowitz. Connie Weinberg, grandmother of Chance Reinisch. And Frances Weinstein, mother of Miriam and grandmother of Rhea Weinstein.
My mother died a year ago today at the age of 101. During that long life, she accomplished many things. She was an inspiration for many, many people. She was very active in the Jewish community, a leader at her temple and in Hadassah. And I think family was first and foremost for her. And she was just a wonderful mother. I was maybe a little too dependent on her as a little kid, but she really provided a safe home. She was very, very proud of her family, but anytime there was any accomplishment, she always gave my father credit for it. It never had anything. This is a woman who was born in 1923, remember, so she couldn't take credit for perhaps giving me inspiration or giving my brother inspiration. She was also very, very proud of her grandchildren, probably proudest of her grandchildren. This is one of her granddaughters here. She had 4 grandchildren and 8 great grandchildren. So may her memory be a blessing.
I wonder, are there people that you're remembering whose names I did not read?
It's my grandmother, Margaret Lawyer's 24th yahrzeit, and I'm just really thankful that I can remember her laugh. Her mom and her both laugh so hard that they start crying, and so whenever I do that now, I always think of them.
Dr. Joseph Bornstein died this week at the age of 90. He was my pediatrician. And more than that, he was my grandfather, Dr. Charles Hilton's partner in a pediatrics practice in San Antonio, Texas. And my grandfather died before I was born, before my parents got married. And I remember when I was growing up, people would always talk about how he died so young. And to me as a kid, I was like, what do you mean he was young? He was 46. That didn't seem that young at the time, and now it does. And Dr. Bornstein saw us, my mom and then all of my siblings and I, in his practice basically for free without appointments for our entire lives growing up. It was like we were the kids of the practice still, even though our grandfather wasn't there. And I kind of think he acted as a surrogate grandfather to some extent. And just this week I was thinking about how he kind of lived the counterfactual. You don't kind of get to see what it would have been like if somebody hadn't died young. And if he was still around today, he'd be 90 something, and we'll all miss him.
Hi, I'm remembering my friend Paul Migliorino. I met his mom my first day in college, and she immediately adopted me as the 5th child, and didn't know Paul until he was diagnosed with AIDS and decided to come home to Chicago. He traveled all over the world. He was an aficionado on espresso and went to espresso cafes all over the place. And I had a great time with him while he was in Chicago, and guess what? He didn't die very quickly, so he moved back to Santa Cruz. And he came from an Italian family. The grandparents didn't know anything. None of the family knew anything about his illness other than the immediate family. And so the only people at his funeral were his siblings and myself and his wife and his parents. And it was amazing.
Thanks. My mom's yard site is actually next week. Sort of, but I won't be here. And Francis would really want me to say thank you to Julie, thank you to Jenny, thank you to Kate, thank you to Deborah, thank you to Rabbi Ariel, because that's who she was. And she also would want everybody, like Liz's dad in the other world, whatever, to say, oh, wow, you all just rocked it and bring our fucking neighbors home.
I'm going to invite us please to rise. We'll turn to page 294 in Afar Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uv'zman kariv v'imru amen yehei shmei rabba mevorach leolam u'almei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'yimru amen Yehi shlam araba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yimru amen. You may be seated. I'm going to give some very condensed announcements. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you so much to everyone who made tonight possible, in particular our prayer leaders, Kestrel, Sophie, and Riv. Thank you so much for your gorgeous leading. Thank you so much to Liz for your incredible words of Torah. So I also want to say thank you to our ushers, to security, and thank you to the Membership and Engagement Committee for hosting Oneg tonight. How wonderful. And welcome again to all of our guests. So please find all programming updates in our e-news. There are so many classes that are happening. I want to say very briefly that please, if you are jazzed about our community, and you should join our board. Applications are due on Sunday, so this is the moment. Right after Shabbos, send in your application. Be on our board. We're trying to make it fun. There's information on the table about how to sign up to host Oneg. We will continue to share information about what that actually means, but we don't have time now, so I'm not going to tell you. Sign up and you'll find out more. So please prepare for Pesach. It is coming. It is but a few weeks away. I can't believe it. Check the e-news for more information. The Yesod Fund is going to open this Sunday from 10 until 10:15. Last week, we were open for 30 minutes, and we received over $1 million of requests because that is just a tiny piece of the economic crisis that is in our state. We are so grateful to continue to be able to have this. And I just want to welcome Pastor Yera Losorto, who is our partner at San Pablo, who in making this Yesod Fund happen. We're so grateful to have you and Ben, Pastor Ben, in our presence tonight. And just so grateful to our community for showing up so boldly. Next Shabbos will be a mask-required service. If this is not the best fit for you, please join us on Zoom. And just please reach out if you need any support. We're here with you in it. Barry Epstein, can you give the shortest Prophet Fair introduction? I know those are not words that Barry loves. How about this? You're going to come up, I'm going to bless, and then we're going to have announcements about Prophet Fair. So I'm going to raise this wonderful cup. Come here, Barry, are there jammy teachers in the space in addition to Barry? If you're a jammy teacher, would you please come on up? Let us say thank you to our wonderful jammy teachers for teaching our youth. We're so grateful. Yeah, Esther, come on up, please. That wave. Here, Barry. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shavat kodsho v'yavah u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, עם כל העמים, בשבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת לחיים. Barry, you need to tell that story to every sixth grader you teach, because every sixth grader does the same thing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Will you grab a piece, please? All right, Barry, and whenever you're ready. Here you are.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom. It is such a joy and honor to welcome you to the annual Shir Tikva Prophet Fair. 14 years ago, our goal was to have the students take just a little morsel of the prophets with them so they'd be curious to learn more about it. So now we're in year 5786, and we find this class digging deeper than ever in trying to find out who their prophets were, what their purpose was, and how could they convey it to our life now.
I did not bring my paper up, so I have no idea what I'm supposed to say. Barry has my paper for me. Fantastic. So this class has taken on how King Solomon was not as wise as we may have been led to believe. The kids dug into how the Israelites cheated the poor and how they rediscovered the beauty of Jerusalem. It's so much easier with my paper. The Prophet Fair will begin immediately after the service. Each different table you see will be focused on a prophet. The students will be there at the table to teach you. You can go right on up to them. This has been just an incredible class this year. We have asked them to learn and absorb their Haftarah portions in a very short period of time. They've taken on this challenge in the tradition of Shir Tikva through hard work, creativity, and pure joy. We hope that you stick around and become introduced to these wonderful students.
That's amazing. We also say Yasher Koach to our teachers. Amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to close with a nigun. You're invited, please, to bring your sidurim to the back table. Please separate your song sheets from your sidurim, and we will see you out in the Prophet Fair. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. La 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 la.